Rob's here and doing the news live from Cannes, and this man needs no introduction, but his name is Terry Kawaja, and he runs LUMA Partners. Hey, Terry, thanks for doing this.
Hey, Rob, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too. So how's Cannes been so far for you?
It's day two. It feels like a week, which is normal for Cannes, but I don't know, there's a vibrancy. There's a real strong vibrancy this year, and it feels like things are highly programmed, perhaps over-programmed, but there's a lot going on, a lot of buzz, so it's been busy.
Yeah, I think there's more people here than last year, for sure.
Yep.
Maybe seniority differences, but volume, I think there's a lot of people here. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
It feels like it.
That's how I feel like it. So we're doing the news.
Yep.
And we ask executives to chime in on what's going on in the world at the moment. Lots of stuff, creativity, AI, sustainability, you name it. But you're sitting on the forefront of technology advancements.
Yes.
A lot of the companies that you touch and talk to are building next gen tech. So let's talk about AI and talk about what are you seeing? What are you seeing, and how is new technology advancements going to change what's going on in the market right now?
So the ad and marketing industry loves the shiny new object, right? And here we are at Cannes talking about these trends and actually trying to parse which ones are real. And it feels like the green shoot areas are fivefold. You're talking about usually one or a confluence of data, CTV, commerce media, AI, and sustainability. Those are like the five pillars of what everyone seems to be chin-wagging about here. And they do overlap and interrelate. And I want to just point out that this is the Cannes Lion International Festival of Creativity. It's not the Festival of Data or the Festival of Media. Those are very important things. But I'm actually excited that the technology's application to creativity is finally getting its due attention. We have spent so much time marginally improving efficiency of data and media, and now we're, in particular with AI, but other tools applying technology solutions to creative, which helps drive efficacy, which is, after all, a far more important component of the ad equation.
So you see that.
Yes.
You're talking about that. Your companies are talking about that. Are they talking about that here? Are the creatives talking about it? Where are we on the curve of this conversation?
Yeah, good question. We're early. So, when people talk about the dangers of AI and it could kill humans, that's nonsense. It's not nonsense. It's a real thing, but who cares? We're such early innings. People are talking about how to regulate AI. Well, we have no idea because we don't know what it is yet. So give it some time. Let's figure out the use cases for this technology, the pervasiveness. I think it's wrong to look at the glass half empty as a labor-saving device that's going to cost creative people jobs. No, just because AI's application can take what 50 people do and allow you to do it with 5, I think of it the other way around. Keep the 50 and do 10x that amount of work. So think of it as efficacy, improving efficacy, not as an efficiency play. And I think way too much in this industry. We have a procurement mentality about this notion of marginally shaving efficiency. So I think AI tools in the hands of a creative person, that creative person is going to need to know how to use those tools, but it isn't going to be thought of as AI. It's going to be like, remember the ad campaign by Intel? Their chips were Intel inside. Well, it's going to be AI inside. In other words, we won't be talking about the AI. It's just a tool to improve creativity, and I hope we remain focused on creativity.
I mean, hopefully they don't, I don't want to badmouth anyone, but hopefully they didn't do what Watson did, right? Because they blew it. I mean, the technology was similar, but they couldn't get the groundswell. And instead of giving it a name, now it's AI, and now everybody's excited about it. So hopefully it continues. Because your point, it's just tech inside. Having said that, we talk a lot about brand safety, digital safety, and I know that you have a POV on how these new technology developments are going to help some of the measurement companies specifically. So share a little bit about some of your thinking there.
Well, if you think about what measurement and brand safety goals are, they're really to sort of set some standards, and you have to be able to do that at scale. So you need a technology solution. You can't have someone in a green eye shade checking every ad and the context in which it's played and all that. So you need scalable technology solutions. AI will play a great role there. And yet, I think it is correct to at least identify that it's going to also create some challenges, let's just say, because you think about what verification and safety and suitability approaches are today. And now fast forward that into an AI generative world, and you're going to need tools on top of tools on top of tools that are automated to be able to catch that. We've already seen glaring examples of where it's gone wrong with generative AI. It's not perfect. It's getting in early days. But yes, we are going to need to pay attention to probably less about safety, more about suitability. What works? What's relevant?
Yeah. So if I made a list, CEOs or executives at platforms, CEOs or executives at ad tech companies, agency leaders, who are you learning from right now? Where are you getting education from right now?
Yes.
All
of the above. Yeah. So
I put startups in there too.
100%.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the agencies. We have found great advantage in having universal omni conversations at senior levels, and really on an unfiltered basis. So let's drop the spin. We're not pitching anybody, just what's working, what are concerns, and that's why in our recent event we had 500 CEOs, because from all aspects of the industry, because it's only when you get that ubiquity of folks together in the room that you can actually make some progress.
So with that, where's the money going? So are the investments, because obviously it's been an interesting year for venture, and so is it consolidation? Is it funding businesses that have a big trajectory? Where's the money going? Right
so if we're currently in a 12-year low of deal making and venture investment. That's just a function of the macro uncertainties coupled with the tech sell-off last year. That will repair itself over time. We're now 5 quarters since that massive sell-off in 2022, and whilst the macro uncertainties are not fully resolved, there's still a war here in Europe, and there's interest rates are higher than we'd like them to be. But they're getting a little bit more measured. It feels like we have a greater handle on what the future is going to be. There was a lot of worry about a potential recession. There's no recession. We'll see, just how strong the economy is, but we're making progress in terms of those market parameters. Where's the money going? It tends to be towards green shoot issues. Companies that are setting themselves up for scale in those green shoot areas like TV, commerce media, AI, and of course data, because all of that is changing very rapidly. Now, you raised a good point. Private equity is now investing in this sector. Why? Because we have now reached the stage, we're past the new company formation stage, we're in the rationalization and consolidation stage. So if we pull the lens back, if taking the broader view, there's a lot of tailwinds for the notion of we are an industry that's in a rationalization and consolidation phase, and we need to have fewer companies doing higher volumes at lower take rates. In other words, just like every other industry.
Right.
But instead, we're highly fragmented still. So yes, we will evolve to that. We believe markets will come back in the end of 2022, and we're going to see a lot of activity in 2024.
So to sum that up, newer businesses with traction are getting money, and then more established businesses are more attractive to PE today.
Yes.
That's kind of where.
Because in the phase that we're in, it's a winner take most, and scale companies, it's scale begets scale. And I believe, the impetus for brands is to work with fewer intermediaries. So I think the minimum scale requirements have gone way up.
Will there be a deal in Cannes? Every year there usually is one.
Yes.
I haven't seen one yet.
I had a deal to announce on Monday.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a few more weeks.
Got
but
it.
coming soon.
Coming soon. Got it. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. And
Always.
that's the news.